I have to find one.
There must be something about that story after all.
And Mordrag. Lares has a message for you.
Tell me about it. He wants to know what's going on in the sect camp, and he wants you to find out.
I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
I better keep out of it.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Now Cypher, this guy is the one that will sell the weed, but he will not talk to you unless you know it's him. Talk with this guy to get the 5 strength from Horatio. What are you doing here?
What are you?
I'm making rice schnapps, boy. Here, have a bottle, but don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
What?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. The only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
Right, so let's save and open these chests. How many lockpicks do I have? 16 should be enough. How much time do I need to finish Gothic 1? Depends. If I keep doing it like this, with all the jumping and such, it will take me about 30-40 hours. But that's because, you know, before I'm gonna join a camp, I first make sure that I got as much quests completed through with all the 3 camps. If I would do it speedrun style, which I would do with my hardcore run, which will be the 4th run, the 4th path, you know, it will take me about 10 to 20 hours, give it or take, you know. How are things?
Great. We trade our homemade rice.
Well, casually it takes me about 40 to 50. Give it or
for.
takes.
Where should
Maybe
they spend
less,
it,
maybe,
if not
you
here?
know, not more. More than 50, no way.
I want a drink.
You'll have to pay for it.
Do you have apples? Of course you don't. He does have lockpicks. Give me the lockpicks. Already delivered them. Yeah, I think I did. 48 exactly.
Damn.
He doesn't seem to give a shit.
You have to watch what you tell people.
Oh, Marvin mode. The God mode, as I like to call it. But this game is not really all that hard once you know how to do it. Now, it's, in my opinion, it's too bad that this game and Gothic 2 don't have difficulty adjustments. But Gothic 3 does, and I always play on hard. I like to play games on the hardest difficulty possible. But some people might find it difficult, you know, some people don't. But it's just a matter of practice, you know, understanding what you have to do and such. And then in the long run, you know, I've played this game so many times that I can, you know, dream this game pretty much. In the beginning, this game was also very difficult for me, you know. Well, that's because you don't know where to go and such. 600 ore, so I can pay off Lares. Hey, Lares. I have the 400 ore.
I have...
Good. Very good. I believe that should be sufficient now.
I only give the ore if I'm gonna join them. You know, because 400 ore is quite a lot. I need 5 apples. Ringus. How many ringus do I have? Let me double check with the quest. Balero's weapon. 5 apples, still need those. 2 bottles of rice schnapps, 5 bottles of beer, 3 loaves of bread, 2 cheeses, and 2 bunches of grapes. Right, so I've got the cheese, I've got the loaves of bread, I got the grapes. I've got plenty of beer, plenty of rice schnapps. I only need 4 apples. Now, since this guy has 250 ore, I can sell the rest of the wheat supplies. This is the prepared. What else? Do I have weapons? No. So 220. There we go. I have to find somebody who can sell me some apples. Maybe Wolf had some. That's straight.
Same old story every time.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble.
The only thing which is annoying of this game is its controls. That's straight. But it's all getting used to it, you know. He doesn't have apples. No ringus. God damn it, I need a ringu. Ah, doesn't matter. Let's go to the old mine. Get the list from Ian. Do a couple of quests there as well. And then I will go to the old camp. Deliver some quests. And then to the sect camp. Deliver some more quests. And then I will come back here. I will come back here first, you know, because of the list. But eventually I'll come back here to join. It's hard for you because you don't. Yeah, well then it's rather difficult.
There must be something about that story after all.
There was a time when things would have gone.
I want to jump. There we go. Horatio. I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
Yes, I want to be able to take care of the Rice Lords and its thugs.
Ah, you wouldn't be the first to try.
I will defeat the Rice Lords and his thugs if you help me.
Good. I've sworn I'll never attack anyone again, but I never said I wouldn't teach anyone else to do it.
I'm all ears.
If you want to hit powerfully, you need to know the right tactics. That's the first thing you learn as a smith. Learn to push your whole arm through, from the shoulder down to the wrist. The better you get at that, the more powerful the blow. You'll get the hang of it pretty quick.
Thanks for your help, man.
Use your knowledge for a just cause, and for nothing else.
Now, I don't think I'll be able to handle lefty at the moment. But that's okay. I will beat his sorry ass once I come back here. Do I have... no, almost level up. Or maybe it's even possible to get a language. Overall in Gothic, I'm not quite sure. I had a guy called Viromos, or I think he was also from Romania, who used to play Gothic 1 in Romanian language. But I'm not quite sure. No, in Czech, not Romanian. Now I think about it, but no clue how he did it. I always played in English, you know, because as a child, when I was 4 years old, I started playing games, and since then I'm in love with playing games, and it made my English powerful, you know. Compared to most Dutch people, my English is rather good. It's not perfect, you know, not at all, but it is rather good. I also watch lots of anime, but then I, you know, watch it in Japanese, not English. So I also practice a bit of Japanese language, but, you know, in the first place, it's always hard, you know. But if you keep trying, you know, then eventually become good, you know. Whether it's broken English, it doesn't matter. Only subtitle. Ah. Hey Drake, can you tell me anything about the mine?
Well, this part we're standing in now is the main shaft. A system of catwalks takes you down to the bottom, and they're digging for ore everywhere. But you need to be careful. There are many mine crawlers there as well. Right at the bottom is the smelting place. We're smelting a part of the ore to use it right there.
And what do I need to look out for in the mine?
Mine crawlers, mainly. Dangerous beasts. We've had to give up a few caves because of them. They've eaten quite a few diggers, too.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Oh, but my tongue's so dry. You bring me a beer, and I'll tell you something about the crawlers.
Alright, here's your beer.
Thanks. Well, crawlers live in large packs, mostly in the side caves. They've never attacked us here in the main shaft yet. If you ever meet one of them, run. Or stand with your back to the wall. That way you may stand a chance.
Tell me a bit more about the mine.
If you want to know more, go to Viper. He's the smelter. Or talk to Ian. He's the boss.
I will collect as
organizes
much as
everything
possible.
here
I
in the
will
mine.
do even the I'm not quite sure how the book is called, but you will find it in the one of the towers near the sandy beach, where you will have to hunt fire lizards for their tongues, for the ulu. And I will also do all the books, which I previously didn't do in my previous Let's Play, because I totally forgot about it. Was so mainly focused on beating the game. But now I will do it. I'm not quite... Cro-Magnon, I think the book was called. I'm gonna find all 6 books and get tons and tons of XP out of it. It will not give anything special, you know, besides XP. Lots of it. Where can I find Ian? But I will collect
right in
them.
the middle of the main shaft, next to the storeroom.
Because it's fun.
Oh, one more thing. You know Thoris, don't you? Forget it. There's just one person who has the say in here, and that's Ian. He's the boss. If you get into trouble with him, you'll be in trouble with us all. Understood?
Understood, man.
See ya.
May I?
No, you may not. Let's get these hell mushrooms. Healing herbs. Let's trade.
I have everything you need. What I don't have is no use to you anyway.
Do you have some ringoos? Of course you don't. I want some apples. God damn it. But the reason why I collect all the plants and such is because I enjoy doing it. You know, it makes it a bit more fun, and it's better having them and not needing them than not having it and needing it. So by this help I can, you know, keep my mana to full power, my HP to full power. It will make the game quite a bit easier. How's things?
I have a deal to suggest. If you make Aaron leave the chest alone, I'll give you 10 ore.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Aaron. What are you doing here?
What are you...
I'm watching diggers like Snipes over there to make sure they keep their hands off my chest.
I see. Hey man. Ian sent me. You should go see him at once.
What does he want?
No idea.
No idea. Ian will tell you that himself. Do you think he'd tell me something like that?
Then I'll go to see him. Let me pass.
Hey Snipes. You owe me the 10
You
won.
owe me.
Here, you've already earned the 10 ore. Oh, and one more thing. I have the key to his chest as well. For you, only 30 ore.
Which means I have to give him 20 or extra. Yeah, sure.
Give me the key.
You made good business there.
I just wonder what you get out of it.
I'm always glad when I can get one over on the gods. And if they found the content of the chest with me, I'd be a dead man.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
But there will be plenty of ore inside his chest, as well as other loot. And I will get another, like, 30 ore, I think, if I give back the key to Aaron. Which is, you know, plenty of profit. Let me save, because it's been a while. What's in this storeroom?
That's none of your business.
Standing around for so long around him, it must make you
You
thirst.
bet, man. I could use a good swig now. Got anything on you?
Yeah, well, here, sure, man.
Here you go.
Thanks.
You will tell me about location of the key. Is there anything special in the storeroom
It's
now?
some chest that we store supplies in. The key's disappeared, though.
Disappeared?
I bet Aleph was involved. That guy can't be trusted.
Let's lure him away.
Listen, Ian and the others are sitting at the bottom having grilled meat.
What? Without me? Well, I'll collect my share.
You do that while I get the key and loot the storeroom. Because it's quest related. And will give me tons of ore, tons of supplies, which I can either sell or use. Because the more ore I make, the easier it will be for me to purchase the best weapons in the new camp in this particular path. I'm not allowed to purchase myself, you know, that's a rule that I gave myself. I'm not allowed to purchase weapons in the other camps, because each of the camps have their most powerful weapons, their own capabilities and such, you know. So I will be only allowed to purchase weaponry from the old camp guys. Old camp, new camp. Just to challenge myself a bit more, you know. Because the stronger weapon, I know that the sect camp has the strongest weapons, especially late game. But like I said, every camp has their strongest types of weapons. And, you know, I tricked myself that way by wearing the
guards
best of the best.
will never get me.
And it makes my 3 playthroughs a bit unique each time, you know. So, what do you mean?
I only work when the guards are nearby, or they can see me. Otherwise, I just hang around here.
Don't they get suspicious?
Yeah, well, of course I dig less ore than all the others do. It's not always enough, so I have to do a bit of trading. I keep my ears open, so I get to know many useful things. You don't happen to have some ore on you? Let's say about 10 ore?
Yeah, sure, man, here.
All right.
Thanks. If you go to the main shaft and follow the catwalks further down, you'll soon get to 2 side caves. There's a guard in the second one, and there's also an old masher. There's a healing potion lying about somewhere. But be careful, and beware of the crawlers. And if you need or hear something, come back to me. I'm sure I'll be able to help.
I will sell everywhere, you know, but I'm only allowed to purchase weaponry such as bow and one-handed or two-handed weapons in the camp that I join, which is in this case the new camp. So I make it a bit harder for myself, you know. Have you got any other useful information?
Sure. Have you got 10 ore?
I expect good information for my ore.
There's loads of locked chests here. Glenn, the digger at the top, can get you a couple of lockpicks.
Do you know anything about the key to the chest in the storage shed?
Well, that depends.
On how much ore I'll give you?
You learn fast.
Now, he will not agree with 15. He will agree with 30, and he will most definitely agree with 50. But since I'm a scared motherfucker, I'm gonna say 30.
30 ore.
All right. I happen to have the key here.
Thanks. You can only purchase the key if you
know
talk
where
to
to
the
find
guy
me.
in this shed storage, which is Ulbert. Hey, Brandick. Complain about Aleph.
Listen, when you're not there, Aleph just sits around there all the time without doing any work.
Is that true? Do you know what I despise even more than lazybones? Traitors. So just get lost. Let me pass.
You ran me down with Brandick? Get lost.
Already got the key, right?
Let me pass.
Yes. Just make doubly sure. Otherwise, if you rat him out before purchasing the key, you can only get it for 50 ore. But if you do it beforehand, get the key, then you get it for 30, which is the cheapest way. You know, that's the best way to go in my opinion. Because why pay 50 if you can get it for 30, right? You will need lots of ore late game to purchase better equipment, such as armor, bows, weapons. Let me shave, so I don't have much to redo. Three apples, which is 4 in total, so I need one more Ringo apple. Hey, Grimes.
A new face. Have you ever dug ore, boy?
Have you been here long?
I've already been here 10 years. Oh, believe me, I've learned and experienced quite a lot here. I've encountered many dangers and managed to stay alive. In the old times, when we worked in the abandoned mine, the one which is deserted now, and the supporting beams collapsed. But that's old stories.
You must have heard about many escape plans.
You must
as well.
listen, boy. I know you want to get out of here, but forget it. You better forget the thought of escape. I saw the faces of those who tried to get out of the barrier. Don't make the same mistake. The barrier will stop everybody.
I don't want to dig in the mine for the next 10 years of my life.
No, you won't. Perhaps you'll be one of the real big shots. Who knows? You'll work your way up. But no matter how far you'll get, the barrier will finally stop you.
No, it won't.
Good luck.
Same to you, boy. Same to you.
Hey, you! If you try to make a fool out of me again, you've had it. You got that?
Hey, don't you miss your key?
Hey.
Indeed. I don't even want to guess how or why you know about the key. But I'll give you 20 ore if you get it back for me.
Oh, 20. Oh, well, yeah.
Here's your key.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's your 20 ore like we agreed. But you'd better watch out in future. From now on, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh, I guess I must have been mistaken. Have a good day.
Ian? Are you Ian, the boss of this mine?
Yeah, I'm Ian. And this is my mine. So don't touch or break anything.
Isn't this Gomez's mine?
Yeah, of course, this is the mine of the old camp. But in here, there's only one boss, and that's me.
Can you tell me something about the ore production here?
We dig for ore day and night. This means a storage of 200 sacks per month, and another 20 sacks which will be melted down. Hundreds of blades can be forged with the ore we supply to the camp.
I have heard that the ore has magical qualities. Tell me about it.
The magic ore does have special qualities. Weapons forged from it don't break. Their blades are sharper than usual ones. An army equipped with these weapons has a decisive advantage in battle.
And yet the king cannot win the war against the orcs. Tell me more about the ore.
Unfortunately, the magic powers of the ore vanish during the smelting process. They know the right smelting technique in the blast furnaces of Nordmar, but even without the magic powers, weapons made from this ore are extremely resistant and do more damage than normal weapons.
Tell me a bit more about the mine itself.
If you want to look around here, you need to be careful. There are mine crawlers in the caves. You better stay in the main shaft. And leave the Templars alone. Even if they only hang around most of the time, they're the best fighters you can ever have at your side when it comes down to the crawlers.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have some work to do, and don't keep my boys from doing their work.
I'll just have a look around here.
Diego, by the way, Diego sent me. I'm to collect the list.
All right, here's the list. Tell him to hurry up with the deliveries.
We'll do that.
I'll just have a look around.
Don't make any trouble.
No. Hey man, let's trade.
Yep. Anything you want, if you have ore.
You got an apple. Good man. I love you, man. Don't need light. Don't have more to sell. Oh, one too many. Thanks. Alright, so for now I'm done here. Let's go to the new camp, deliver the list to Lares. Which I will do in all three paths, due to the fact that no matter what you do, whether you deliver to Lares or not, they will ransack the deliveries anyway, so it makes more sense if you showed the list to Lares, and that's basically why I do it on all three paths, because, you know, it makes more sense. If he didn't know about the list, then how could he know, you know, to ransack the area? Or even think about ransacking the area. So I'll just give the list to Lares. Also get the reputation with the guys from the new camp, and that's basically the moment after I delivered it to Diego that I can join the rogues, but I first complete a couple more quests in the old mine, in the old camp and in the sacked camp, because every little bit of XP will help me along the way. Got currently 10 learning points.